How's it? Today is Tuesday, February 13th. Back squatting with some overhead presses today. Today was hard again, um, mentally. It was also hard physically, but I don't think that that's at the forefront of what the things I have to worry about right now. Back squat today was 3 kilos heavier than last week for a set of three. I try my best to be as diligent as possible to warm up very good. And honestly, I felt like my warm up squats up to 140, or I guess everything before 140, were pretty good. I didn't have any pain in my knee. I didn't have any pain in my hip or my back. But my last warm up at 140 was challenging to say the least. And it didn't really get better from there. My knee and my hip started feeling some pain in my down sets. My top set itself was a lot of like hip shifting and very slow overall. Um, I don't know how to look at that positively, but my goal today was to not let things like this hamper my return to where I started. Hamper my comeback. I don't. I want to refrain from saying progress because for me, progress means that I am back to where I started and moving beyond that. So, like being better than I ever was before. And I'm, I'm far from that. So, I am just trying my best to, again, not let days like today really impact the overall picture of what is going on. And I feel like I'm moving in the correct direction for my shoulder. Here's my 120 here. This triple felt pretty solid. My shoulder, when I'm back squatting, this is 140 by the way, my last warm up here, and you'll see how kind of, if you look at that back angle or that side angle, sorry, I really push my hips posteriorly, and that's not really great as far as technique goes. This is my top set here at 149, just like 328 ish, right? So that first one was Second one is a little bit more of a fight, and I'm like, I don't even know if I can do this third one. But Keith was like, yo, just keep pushing, keep pushing. Like he was just standing there like, you got this, come on, buddy, you got this, and like that was very helpful for me. Like I don't even hear him saying that, but I see him like kind of with his hands like kind of like motioning up, right? But I don't even know what I was saying earlier. It's okay. It is what it is. But like, oh yeah, I do know. So with my shoulder, with my hands being as close as they are, and that the upper, or at least on the bar, with it being on my upper back, that usually was really painful for my shoulder. Like I can't really hold that position for very long. But today was a little bit different, and I'm cautiously optimistic that I am moving in the right direction for all facets of my shoulder. Like snatching and clean and jerking is one thing, but like today, back squats and overhead presses is a little bit different. And I feel like I'm going in the right direction. So I guess that's something that's positive that I'm thinking about, but it's kind of odd to be thinking about how my shoulder feels on my back squats. So that second set there, I don't know if you saw me like pick up my leg. It was because my knee was hurting. Like my patella was in pain, and it didn't happen on that first set of five at 136, and it didn't happen as much on this set as well. I did my best to sit further back on these here, so kind of just let my hips go wherever they were gonna go, and then push from wherever it was gonna end up being. And honestly, like it might feel a little bit sloppy, but that was what helped the pain, a little bit. Um, yeah, after that, I moved into my overhead presses. I think that I think that I am Gonna be back to overhead pressing pretty reasonable weight in the next month. I don't want to set a timetable for that type of thing because I don't know how I'm gonna feel in a month. But given how today felt, today was the best day I've pressed in quite some time. I remember, I guess a month ago at this point, like I pressed like 70 for like a rep. I don't remember how many reps I did, but I do know that I did 70, and that was felt really great. But I wasn't able to lower the weight from overhead because that would hurt my shoulder. Today, 45 is not 70, but 45 or 40 last week was still a little bit uncomfortable, and today 45, which is 5 kilos heavier, 11 pounds heavier, felt so much better. So that is good reason for me to believe that I'm going to be pressing decent weight in the next month. I don't know what decent weight means. That might mean 65. That might mean 60. That might mean 70. I don't know, but something that is decent to what I have been in the past. My best press for a single is 80. Might have been 81. I don't remember, but I've done fives at 70 before. That's a pretty good weight for me. Like that's something that I want to get back to. So yeah, after that I moved into my split squats here. Again, my knee was giving me some issues here. The left knee specifically, right? Like when my knee is a little bit too far forward over my toes, then I feel a ton of pressure in that. And I feel like as the sets went on, I've kind of figured out a better way to go about it. As far as dips go today, I did 5 more reps than I normally do. Like usually do like 3 sets of 15, I believe. And I feel like I had a lot more range of motion, and my shoulder wasn't giving me too much issues. Too many issues? Too many issues. All right, so like things are moving in the way that I want them to. Back extensions here, and then I actually included some GHD hamstring curls here. I did these actually at the beginning of my training today too, in hopes that it would have helped my knee, and to some extent it did, because the first down set that I had was no issues. I did sit around for a long time because I was just not mentally all there today, but it is what it is. I'm very happy that I was able to get through all of the accessories and not let this like be a roadblock for me. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.